difficulties getting this recorded. Might be the gymnasium I'm in. Might happen with anybody. T-Mobile, Verizon. Um, um, a He separated light from darkness. Then he named that he separated the light from the dark. I previously also said that not only did he also spoke it into existence, he told it to, and it happens. That's deep. Not only is he still on that, he, and I will call it, you know. Now, how is this interpreted? All right. Commentator Paul Kissling said that day and night God showed his sovereign power. Seeing the light and darkness is a physical thing. In the ancient East, when you gave something a name, it means you have a sovereign right. You know, we name our children. People who make cars name what the car is. People who write songs, they name songs. Like you have a copyright, you know. Galia Pat Shamir points out that the power of names and naming is on display in 1 and 5. Just like when granted the name Adam to the first human. John Calvin is saying here that God is instituting a normal vicissitude of days and nights. Like he's not only naming something, this is going to be how it's going to be forever on earth. Like this ain't going to ever change. These are days and nights. This is it. You stuck with this. The Zohar, on the other hand, interprets the verses describing an emanation, which would be the foundation, root of all life. I can see where they're going with that one. Emanation basically means according to the Kabbalah, reception, tradition, or correspondence is it's an esoteric method, discipline, school of thought of Judaism. Unchanging, eternal, mysterious, the mortal and finite universe, foundation of mystical religions, interpretations in Judaism. So, again, unchanging, eternal, and mysterious. Teachings meant to explain the relationship between God and things that never change and are eternal. This is what day and night was. Okay, so we get some idea of the emanation. Okay, that's what emanation means. All right, now let's move right along. Evening and morning. The verse ends with a reference to evening and morning, which bring the first day of creation to a close. Like he said day and night, but notice the evening, day's about to turn to night, and notice the morning, night's about to turn to day. So he not only created day and night, he showed you where they begin and end. Again, he separated light from dark. He's showing you this is day, this is night. God is all about putting limits on things. There's a limit to how much darkness there's going to be. There's a limit to how much light there's going to be. Like everybody ain't always right. Everybody wrong ain't gonna get to do but so much wrong. That's a good revelation, Lord. Thank you. Okay, so there was a question though, how did the evening and morning become possible without the sun having been created yet? Our ordinary days have no evening but by the setting, and no morning but by the rising of the sun. But the first 3 days of all were passed without sun, since it is reported to have been made on the fourth day. He explains the dilemma by interpreting the evening and morning in a metaphorical sense. Okay, this is interesting. Frank DeLeach sees the evening and morning as marking the end of a day, which is aeons in length, while others have seen it as marking a literal 24-hour day. Theistic evolution and day-age creationism go with that way of seeing it. Young Earth creationism goes after the second way, 24-hour day. Theistic goes with the aeons in length, like a day, like in this day, in this night, in this dark hour, meaning a period of time. In this day, meaning a period of time. Still others give a literary interpretation in which the process of creation, in human terms, the analogy of the working week. Okay, it's Monday, y'all. You know. In Jewish tradition, the fact that evening is listed first here has led to the idea that the day begins at sunset. So here's different ways it was translated. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. There was evening and there was morning one day. That's the World English Bible. American Standard Version says, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and there was evening and there was morning. Bible in Basic English, naming the light day and the dark night. There was evening and there was morning, first day. Darby Bible says first day. King James says, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were this day. Webster's Bible translation says, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called, and the evening and morning were the first day. Jewish Publication Society says, and God called the light day, and darkness he called night, and there was evening, there was morning, one day. Use literal translation and called the light day, and darkness he had called. There was an evening and there was a morning. Day one. So this and made the first day. And read it for yourself in Wikipedia. Search it deeper. Genesis 1:5. Y'all be blessed and have a Merry Christmas. It's now December the 24th. At 3 something in the morning, going on 4. Y'all be blessed. Peace.